Scruffy? How are you doing, eh? Is your bowl empty again? It doesn't last very long, does it? No, it doesn't. We've got the light behind us here. Sun's going down over there. So we've got the light behind us. You're in the shadows. Yes, you are. How you doing today, Scruffs? Come over this way. That's better, isn't it? Oh, much better light. How you doing? Oh, don't turn your back to us. You hungry? Alright. I'll go and get your seeds. You gonna wait there? Or are you gonna come with? You're coming with, are you? Okay. I'm going to walk all the way down here and open up the seed container. Got a big scoop. You coming over, are you? Oh, he's running. Hop along. You coming all the way over, are you? Okay, here we go. You're very hungry today, are you? I'll just put this here and you can have a little taste. Oh, you're going to hang on to it. All right. Just in case I take it away. Look at your bald head, hey? You got to get some feathers coming up though, haven't you? Yeah. You have got some coming up. That's for sure. Oh, hang on, I've got to take it away. Something's biting me. Queensland afternoons, as soon as you come out here and the sun's starting to go down, there's mosquitoes and midges. And come over here. I'm going to put this in your bowl and I'm going to go inside. Just can't sit out here in the evenings. There's too many bugs that bite. Oh, there we go. Hop, hop. Off you go. Hi. Oh, there comes another one. He's just landed over there on top of the roof. And you're over there. Okay. Oh, Scruffs, you're very hungry today, aren't you? Yes, you are. Oh, you got a bug on you. Look at that thing on your neck. Wish I could pick it off. These little mites, they live on birds. Alright, I'll go over here and feed this one. Hello, you. It's not your time for feeding yet. You leave Scruffs alone, let him eat. Oh, are you two all going to come and bully him? 3 of you. Oh, that's not very nice. It's alright, Scruffs, I'll protect you. Alright, you guys go. Off you go, let Scruffs eat. Okay, Scruffs, jump in, quick. Jump in. Quick, quick. I'm not standing out here for long getting bitten by mosquitoes though. You'll have to hurry. Yes. Chop, chop. Don't look at me like that. Is he still too close, is he? Don't you trust him? Alright. Move away, Cocky. Go on. Alright, Scruffs, he's gone. The things I do for you, eh? Can't hold them back for very long though. They're everywhere. I'll go and put some seed in the other container there and then hopefully they'll leave you alone. Okay, see you tomorrow. G'day guys, welcome back. So as I said in that last video, I just made up a little bit more paint because I still had some of my pinks and purples left and I didn't want to waste them, so I just added a little bit more paint. Cut a lot of my little Liquitex Basics in half, scraped everything out, used up the last of it, and we're going again. So same as last time, although I've made it a touch thicker. I've used Floetrol, 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part of the Liquitex Basics with a little splash of water. Last time had 2 splashes of water. This one's just got a little splash of water. So it's more the consistency that I would use for my flip cup pours. It's quite a large mound on a mound. So thicker this time. So hopefully I'm going to keep my rings instead of them starting to go a little bit zigzag and blurring into each other. The other thing I've added is a little bit of this Decoart metallic paint. It's called Rose Gold. I'm hoping that because it's Decoart, it may react like the other Decoart does, this one. So we'll see what happens. So as I said, my colours are mixed 2 parts Floetrol to 1 part paint. My white is Artist Loft Flow Acrylic, and that's mixed 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol, and then I've added about a third. So 1 part, 3 parts this, 1 part that, and then mix those to 1 part paint to 1 part Floetrol. Hopefully you've got all that. Colours, phthalo blue, deep violet. That's my metallic rose gold. That's this one here. Dioxazine purple, medium magenta, and the light blue permanent. So same colours, just added the metallic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to layer my colours, but instead of all going down the one side, I'm going to put one there, one there, one there. See if I can mix them up a little bit. So I'm going to start with some white just over the bottom, and then I'm going to put half the blue in, and then the purple down this side. I have no idea if it's going to make any difference. I'm just going to go lightest to darkest this time around, and I will put a little bit of white just over the top. They didn't actually stay in their separate sections, they just all melded together. So anyway, blue, copper. I think I'm only going to put the copper in once. I'm going to put the pink, where will I put the pink? There. I'm only going to put the pink in once as well, because I haven't got as much of that. And then I think I'll go with the purple on this side. They are kind of staying separate. See on the top there, they are staying separate. And a little bit of white over the top, and the rest of my blue. Still got a full cup, you guys. I just don't know when to stop, do I? That's okay. This is a bit thicker, this mix, so rather a bit too much than a bit not enough. Shall I go through the centre? Shall I? Just a bit up high, just from the centre. Okay, let's move all these cups out of the way. I made such a mess today. Now I'm not going to get as much reaction as the last painting because the mix is thicker. I've just put a piece of paper towel over there to cover my mess from the previous pour. Okay, so they've kind of stayed separate as I've been layering them, which is good. The bottom ones didn't. They kind of just went over the top of each other. So I'll just pinch that, see if that'll make it any easier. Try and get some circles happening. There's a lot of blue on the one side there. I don't particularly like when it does that. But the only way you can stop that is like maybe moving your hand around and going around that side there, but then I'm going to get wiggles, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to try for some nice bigger ribbons here. Here comes the rose gold. I'm kind of doing a bigger circle than I did last time, and like a wider, more of a ribbon. And then slow down when you get to the end of your cup. It looks like there's just white coming out, so let's catch that. Oh, that copper's very dominant, isn't it, on the side there? Let's see what happens with that. I only put the copper in one layer because I figured it might take over. I haven't used this brand of paint before, of metallic paint I should say. My other metallics tend to just disappear. Do you remember the previous pour that I did, the cloud one, and I used blues and the Sergeant's gold, and it just disappeared. Couldn't see it at all, could you? This one, this had some gold in it. See that tiny little bit there? You can see a little bit of gold there, tiny little bit there, and the rest of it all just disappeared. So this is a lot different. Actually, I should tell you, I forgot to tell you, this paint is really, really liquid. So I mixed 2 parts paint to 1 part Floetrol. I started at 1 to 1 and it was just way too thick, so I had to add another bottle. So this is 60 mils roughly. So 2 of these to 1 part Floetrol. Okay, let's see what it's going to do. I'm excited. I'm hoping that the gold, I didn't have gold, but I've ordered gold. I had rose gold. So, and I figured rose gold would look quite nice with the pinks, so that's why I've popped that in. Now, in the previous video, you remember me saying that I didn't have enough white base coat on and my layers were rolling over themselves. So watch these layers now. See how the whole top layer of paint's moving? You can keep an eye on that dark ring there. It's not rolling over itself, which is what you want. And the same here, you keep an eye on this dark line here, and you can see that the paint's not rolling over itself. It's actually gliding across the layer of white. Once it gets down there, you'll see what I mean. Hopefully I've got enough paint down there. So if you don't have a thick enough base coat, and I don't mean consistency, I mean the amount of paint that you've got on there. See that dark line? It's just sliding. It's not rolling over itself. So I'm keeping all the rings. Starting to go now, but keeping the majority of the rings, which is what you want. No point making rings if you just lose them all. Wow, look at that rose gold. It's really taken over. I'd have to tip some of it off. Oops, no, I don't like that, what I did with my finger there. But I don't want to lose all that pretty pink. Isn't that pink really nice against that light blue? It's a shame I have to take some of this off because that's really pretty there. I obviously didn't need so much of the rose gold. But we'll see what happens. I can tilt some off later. Whoops. Oh, put my finger in it. It slipped. I'll just have to fix that corner. Hold underneath. Off we go to the other corner. I might keep this blue and get rid of some of that copper. Well, I call it copper, but it's rose gold, eh? Keep some of that. Rather keep some of this down the bottom here where I'm pointing. And get rid of some of this rather, because there's a lot there. It is quite reactive, isn't it, the rose gold? These are the rose gold cells here, so it is reacting. Just going to bring the weight of the paint back to the middle, just a touch. I'm going to go off to that corner. Leave some of the blue though, because I really like that pretty blue there on the corner. That can stay. Okay. Oh, it's looking pretty, isn't it? Really liking this top section here with that bright purple and that against the blue. Who knew that oh, look at my hands, they're so grubby. I can't even pick these up. Who knew? It's these two with this one. They're really pretty together, aren't they? Okay, I've learned something there. I'll have to use those colours again. Now, I just want to take, I really hate to lose those stripies, but I do want to get some of that copper off. So maybe I can go a little bit that way, but mainly that way, because I don't want to lose those. Let's just see what happens when I go straight down, and then I'll quickly tilt it just to cover, if I can, that corner, but keep as much of that colour there as possible. Go! Okay, I've kept a bit of it. Come back, and that'll open it up a touch. Oh, look at that! Loving that. Would have liked to keep more there, but that's okay. I'll just leave it. I'll just look at it for a bit. That Decoart Rose Gold has reacted more than the white, although it was a bit thinner, even though I added it an extra bottle of paint. It's still thinner than the other paints. That's probably why. Do I want to do anything else? I would like to open this white up, but I don't think I can. Getting rid of a little bit more of that copper. Rose gold. Looks like copper to me. Let's bring that white back to the center a little bit and see if I can open up these lines here. Okay, that's opened up some blue between there. And yeah, well, that was unexpected. Look at all the reaction from that rose gold. And then not so much from the white. Strange. It has made pretty pillowy effect. Still a pretty painting. It really is very pretty. I have to remember those colours for next time. And maybe I'll need to add, where's my little bottle? I might actually have to add 3 of these to 1 part Floetrol, because it's really quite thin. It just pours out. Alright, a little torch, and then I'll take you down for a close-up. I'm not going to do any more to it, because if I keep tilting, I'm just going to overstretch these pillowy, cloudy sort of effects that I've got, and I don't want to overstretch them. I guess because this area around here is so busy, it's nice to have that block of white in the center that's not too busy. I think I made my white a little bit thicker this time as well. Everything ended up being a little bit thicker than last pour, but that's okay. Pours are never the same. You can expect something and then it's totally different. You think you're going to get something because you've made your mix thicker, but then it's always totally different to what you're expecting. But I do really like this one. Just going to pop a little bit of paint on my corners here, matching paint. Can have a little bit of turquoise. Actually, it's not really turquoise, it's more of a light blue, isn't it? And you can have a little bit too, because you've got quite a bit of blue there in the corner. You can have just a little blue corner as well. Lovely colour, this blue. I copied this one with the globals and made my own mix of this light blue. Okay, I'm going to run my little tool around the edge. It may still react a little bit more, it probably will. That copper, oops, I've missed a bit just there. Let's pick up a little bit of paint. There we go. Oh, look at that, I scratched it. Be so careful when you're using these tools that you actually run underneath and not come up the side. That's better. Okay, that'll do. Get the gloves off, take you down for a close-up. Could have got away with less of that metallic, couldn't I? Wow. I really love that dark purple against that light blue. Wow, wow, wow. Love it. I haven't used these particular colours. Those little stripies on the side there on the bottom left corner. So pretty. And then these metallic cells just bubbling around in that beautiful purpley colour, dark purple. And over there you've got the blue against the dioxazine purple. That looks really pretty too. So this is the thing, if you have thicker paints, you can actually see your rings of colour are kept more bright and are kept more separate. But you will tend to get less reaction because your mix is a little bit on the thicker side. So you sort of have to decide which way you want to go. Thicker paints give you lovely stripes and definition, and thinner paints will give you more cloudy effects. Isn't that beautiful? So pretty. Okay. Well, I hope you've enjoyed that. So it looks as if, yeah, the Decoart metallics are just as reactive as their cousin, Decoart satin enamels. I probably needed to use less. I'll remember that next time. Use a tiny little bit of metallic. All right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you for the next one. Bye for now.